Hello everybody, I'm Dr. Gail and I'm Starseed Healer, and today I'm going to talk about a spaceship. Yes, a spaceship. And the spaceship's name is the Athena. It's an Arcturian spaceship, and it is the second spaceship that I was actually on, and I was actually working on it, along with lots of other people who are viewers in the chat are working on that spaceship. Now, the spaceship, the Athena, is a military and a medical spaceship. And it's basically a trauma center or a mass unit. Goes to all these big traumas or big things that are happening on Earth. It's in charge of the North and South America. And it is actually a trauma center. And when a trauma happens, the military and the medical split, the spaceship splits. And at that time, the medical part of the spaceship is called the Ashtar Mobile One. I know you've all heard me talk about my other spaceship called the Ashtar Medical One, and this is the mobile unit of that spaceship, and it's called the Ashtar Mobile One when it splits off from the Athena. So it has a huge capacity. As I said, it's a trauma center, and the capacity is it can hold up to 1 million people. It's comfortable with like 750,000 people, but it can go up to 1 million. The medical side of it is stationed over Mount Shasta, California, where here I live. And also the military part is stationed over Huntsville, Alabama. And so we have done several missions on this, big missions. It can handle doing surgery, doing 100 patients an hour, and it can go 24 hours round the clock. And that's a lot of people that they can take care of. There are also different things about it. I would say, because I was in charge of it at that time, I would make my rounds and look at everything and what was going on. Eventually, Susie 007, who y'all have seen, helps me on my shows. She's the one that's now in charge of that spaceship. And when we would go on tours, when I was orienting her to her job, we would go on our tours and we would go to the kitchen and we would see that they were in there cooking. And of course, in the kitchen, they were only cooking for the humans. Humans really didn't like the simulator that the food comes out of where everybody else eats. So they brought in special cooks in the kitchen and everything just for the humans. And mainly it seems like, of course, my requests were always for sweets. So I was always wanting banana pudding, cupcakes, those kind of things. But anyway, they were there cooking just for the humans. And you can go in there and hear them going, "Got to make the humans happy. Got to make the humans happy." So anyway, they were cooking for them. Also, another fascinating area of the spaceship was the zoo. The spaceship also rescues animals in traumatic incidents. It'll go in and take care of the animals. And I remember going in there and seeing somebody specifically working with the giraffes. And the giraffes are the beings that were put here. They did not the word, but anyway, they did not progress. The giraffes were actually put here from the ETs directly, and I saw this person working with the giraffes. And so anyway, it's fascinating how much is going on in that ship. And you see a lot of people who are in, as I said, are in the chat. I can go up and see what they're doing up there, and a lot of them are doing just different computer things and data and engineering. Everybody wears a uniform, and they are different colors. Like the one that if you're in charge of the spaceship or you're in a hierarchy of taking care of the spaceship, you wear a light gray with pink piping, and each area has different uniforms, and there are just like one color. Most of them are one color uniform with different color pipings or stripes or something just to identify themselves. The office that I was working in and that Susie's working in now, when you walked in, you would look to your left and you see this big table that is like a bar height table, and it had a lot of paperwork on it. And the reason why there's a lot of paperwork on it is they consider that paperwork is so outdated, everything's computerized, that it was actually a security measure that nobody knew what that paperwork said. So Susie and I developed a system of using paperwork, and it's all laying all over this desk. And as I said, it's about a bar height table with 4 stools sitting under it. When you walk in and you look at the left, you're seeing all these monitors, and also you do see a simulator. Now, of course, that simulator, we're not using a lot of them, maybe for drinks and things, but we don't use it a lot. The far wall is a blank wall because it turns into like this huge window. So when you walk in, you actually just see it's just a blank wall, but it is actually functioning what we can see outside, and just that whole wall disappears and we can see outside. And when you walk in that room to the right, there's 2 small offices. So there's a lot to this spaceship. It does a lot of good. It does, as I said, it does a lot of rescue missions. There's a trauma center, and it is functioning all the time now on big rescue missions. And as I said, they are big rescue missions that this goes on. So anyway, that is the Athena, an Arcturian spaceship. And oh, there's one other thing I want to tell you. Is going through the tours one day when I went in, there's a lot of species that have different lounges for their own. And one day I walked into one of the lounges just to say hi to everybody and talk to them. And they were drinking. So somebody in the chat asked me if they drank on the spaceship. Well, some of them do, because I walked in and they were drunk and they were partying, and I walked right back out. So anyway, so there's a lot of dancing, partying, everything that goes on with that spaceship. So anyway, my name is Dr. Gail, and that is the Athena, the spaceship that I was working on. I have moved on since that spaceship, but I wanted to describe the Athena. There's so many people working on that spaceship in the chat, so I wanted to let you know what that spaceship looks like. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.